That was quick.
Away we go.
Well, welcome to the Burnout Studio. Guys, we have Alan in the chair today.
Yeah, I'm not on this side of the camera very often.
So,
for good reason.
He said it, not me. So, I'm Christina. This is Alan. Dustin is...
Missing in action.
I was going to say, MIA.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's busy. So, we wanted to just chit-chat a little bit today. So, I let Alan come on the other side of the camera. So, hopefully, he's good.
Probably not. I wouldn't expect it.
Well, today, Alan, what we wanted to discuss is how burnouts came to be.
Exactly. You know, and this was an idea that both of us had individually of things that we wanted to do ourselves. Mm-hmm. And it was just one of those things that it was always... You undertake something, you know, it's going to be a daunting task, and there's no way you can do it the way it needs to be done by one person. You just kind of keep it on that back burner. It's always there, but, you know, it never moves forward. It never goes backward. It just stays on simmer for years.
Yeah. And I can remember the date in my phone that I put in the notes, February 22nd, 2021. But years it built up of questions and ideas and so forth. And here's what happened was Alan was in my office one day, and we were just chit-chatting, and we were talking about the questions that we get asked from customers, you know, kind of like, man, you know, the questions that come across are not just one here and there, like it's a lot.
It is. Yeah. And you would start seeing a lot of continuity between the questions.
The big words?
The same subject, but a little minor derivative and stuff. I'm trying to be informational.
He has big words, so and he can't hear. So
yeah, exactly. So yeah, this should be really interesting for everybody. But you know, the thing is, because I started off in sales with W-K, and you handle the questions so much from the customer being concerned about and stuff. To a certain extent, you become desensitized to it. Yep. Whereas, because this is part of the job, it's like any other profession you get into where you get asked the same questions a lot, you just don't think too much about it. Mm-hmm. And so anyway, it's one of those things, because when you're buying a car, I mean, it's a frightening experience for a lot of people, because you're out of your comfort zone. Yep. You know, you don't know if you're getting taken advantage of. Yep. You know, you're concerned about all these things. How
did you get the best deal?
Exactly,
you know, like should I have asked for an extra whatever, you know, or... whatever the case may be. Yeah,
because your vehicle, I mean, you know, if you have a house, it's the second biggest purchase next to your house. And for many people, it's the biggest purchase they're ever going to make. Yeah. You know, so it's a frightening experience.
Not only that, but just think of how many times, like your house, you usually, I don't know, I'm going to say, and I don't know, so don't quote me on this, but I would say on average, a person probably buys 3 houses on average their lifetime. Just guessing. You know,
I would say it's a fair bet.
Yeah. Cars, on average, the trade cycle's 3 to 4 years, you know.
Exactly.
So, you know, so it is the second largest, for most people, the second largest purchase, yet more than just once or twice or 3 times. So, and your experience is going to be different every single time, and it can be overwhelming. And that was kind of our discussion of how do we make it to where people aren't so overwhelmed, you know, like but we can't just we need to be able to talk to more than one customer at a time.
Yes.
And that's kind of how it, you know, kind of how we got on the conversation. And it was just like, that's a great idea. Yeah. Wait, you had that idea too? What? Did we just become best friends?
Exactly.
And since, oh my gosh, what was the date? Let's see. It was when I came back from Vegas. Before we went to Vegas, we talked to the Wymas about it. And then it was just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it was in October.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, that everything, I mean, it just, man, it really sparkled, because Christina just really took the bull by the horns. And I mean, you know, next thing I know, I'm getting an email we're having a meeting with the Wymas. I'm like, okay.
But that's what, you know, it's just kind of the way we had to do it, or otherwise we would still be talking about it.
Exactly. Exactly. And kudos to you, man, for pushing forward on this and stuff, because like, I would have kept it on the back burner, because that's what you can talk yourself out of something. When you get pushed into it, and all of a sudden it keeps gaining momentum. It's kind of like, okay, we're going to do it.
Are you saying I'm pushy?
No, not at all. No, Rock would say you're pushy. but no, not me at all.
No. Where's Dustin? He'd be on my side.
But no, that was the thing. It was kind of like, to make the consumer, feel, give them the knowledge, make them feel comfortable, make them feel positive on what they're doing, that they're making the right choice and making a solid choice, and, feel more confident in what they're going into it without feeling like you're going to be, victimized, which can happen so much. And that's what's so great about W-K, is because it's a totally different type of a dealership. And I mean, they're letting us do this. Yeah. And that speaks volumes right there and stuff.
The mission behind the Burnouts and our content, and, yes, we are just learning. I've been with W-K for 10 years, and I'll do a little bit of posting and a little bit of this, but I'm on the back end. So anything on the internet that is customers get asked. So I hear those questions. So I'm not on the sales floor, but I'm on the back. I'm kind of an assistant to all of the salesmen is what I would say. But I also have, my department that also assists in service. So there's a lot of questions in service or body shop or parts or just in general, so we wanted to make sure that we were the trusted resource within our community, and what is the best way to do it is internet. I mean, and YouTube. And I mean, that's the best way, the quickest way, and the most informational way that we're able to put that out there.
Yes.
And just to make sure that, if a salesman has a question, they're iffy on certain lane change, whatever, keep assist, let's say. If they have kind of a question, well, instead of going to Chevrolet.com, we are going to be like a resource, for that. Exactly. And then they'll be able to share that with their customers and say, hey, we actually have a quick video on exactly the features and benefits of that. Send it right over to them. And then the customer sees familiar faces versus stock photo video, which we all know I am completely like that.
Yes, you are.
Okay. I don't like stock photos. I want things that are personal. Yeah. And that's kind of our mission. We want to be the personalized, trusted voice in the community to help people purchase, service, body shop, parts. We want to be it.
Exactly. And Christina, you summed it up fantastic on that, and it was kind of like, as I said, this is a whole learning curve for all of us, because we have never, I've dealt with photography, but I've never done anything with video, with audio, especially on this scale. It has been it's been an amazing journey these past few months trying to figure everything out and stuff. But, we went in there with a game plan of different sections of how we're going to approach things and stuff. And obviously this is the first section with getting this down and getting the content out there and making sure we could pull this off, Yes. And, right now we're getting ready to start, the second phase here real soon. We're starting the remodeling project, actually. We're going to do the walk around videos of the vehicles and showcase the new vehicles, showcase, different service aspects, the features of the vehicles. And like you're talking about, lane keep assist, pairing up your phones, just the simple task, because anymore with buying a car, I mean, it's not, you don't come in, negotiate a price, write a check, out the door. You go through, and there's, you go through like phase one, which, you find the vehicle, then, you go through the finance aspect. If that's what you're doing, regardless of whether you're writing a check or financing the vehicle, you still go through the finance department. But then, okay, now we're going to start phase three, which is, we've got like 8,000 features to show on this vehicle that it does for you. And by now, man, you are drained. Yeah. You are just wore out, and you just want to go home. You just want to enjoy the car.
Right.
And, and you never call back your salesman to come set another appointment to go over stuff.
Right.
You figure it out, whatever the case would be. But there's so much in there that, unless you really sit down, you don't figure it out,
People don't read the owner's manual anymore. Yeah. I mean, there's a few, like you'll get, kind of your older generation that'll be like, I don't have an owner's manual in here, or, we had to order it or whatever. which, okay, great if that's, how they do it. But most of the features, like there's things sometimes people don't even realize that they have, or how to use it or where the button is for that. And then you think, oh, I'll figure it. I'll work on that tomorrow, or I'll get to that, I'll get to that next week. Oh, I'll have my grandson show me that. And next thing you know, you're going to trade in the car and you're like, well, I forgot it even I didn't know how to use that, So that is where we are trying to narrow that funnel where, we can help. We can get that information quickly to you and help not only sales, but definitely service. There's so many. Why do you need a fuel induction service? Yeah, whatever miles,
exactly.
I should be a little bit more knowledgeable on this before I talk.
I know, right? You should.
But that
you just don't listen to rock, do you?
I need Dustin.
This will be the last time I'm on this side of the camera.
This is why Alan is back there. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, we just definitely needed to let people know, and we appreciate everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the likes, the shares, the views, of course, we absolutely wanted it to be awesome, but did we think we were on our very first episode that we would have over 500 views?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Did we think that there would be, I think I checked yesterday, and I know views aren't everything, but dang it. In the beginning, that's where it's like, okay, are people watching? What are they?
It's how you measure yourself, how you measure the content you're putting out there.
Right. The Coal Camp show, it was 2,700 views last I checked.
I know, right?
Like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But that's the thing is, we will not have, our content will not be just our video, us sitting here, talking. Definitely not Alan, but we want to hopefully appeal to everybody. So whether, you like the car shows, or you need to know about credit, or you want to know about service, or you just want to know what the heck WK is up to. Our goal is, we truly want to be the trusted voice in the community.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, because it's, like I said earlier, buying a car can be a nerve-wracking experience. We want to give you the information and make you feel confident with that aspect. But there's so much more to owning a vehicle than the buying process.
Right.
And it can I drive a 27-year-old vehicle that, the door don't even shut right. I catch all kinds of grief. You hear from them. I hear from up there that you guys are not subjected to. But anyway, having a nice car, though, gives you a lot of freedom. And you can go to festivals. You can go to car shows. And that's what we want to showcase. We want to showcase the small communities. We want to showcase, places you can go for, just a daily drive, or just whatever the case would be, that you can enjoy your car in, which is really what it is all about and stuff. And we have so much planned that we're not going to digress into it here because you're going to give away no spoiler alerts, you know what I mean, but when the time comes, and I think everybody will be very pleased with it. So it's just enjoy the ride with us, while we try to figure this monster out.
Oh yes, and that's the main thing. Like you said, enjoy the ride with us, because we're in the vehicle too. It's like a bus, and we're just, rolling down, and we're thinking,
picking up out of control,
picking up this kid, picking up that kid, having this idea, putting this idea. And our bus is getting full, and, if it's going to be awesome. And, and I couldn't think of 3 better people to be able to pull it together, and to make it happen. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Alan has his hands full, because Alan is very organized. Very organized. Me, I'm working on it, But
she has a lot of notebooks that has pertinent information in it.
Sometimes I lose
she can't find the notebook. So she gets a new notebook. And that gets pertinent information. Now we've got 2 notebooks lost.
And then there's Dustin, who he'll be down here and he'll be like, hey, I forgot my tablet. Can you bring my tablet when you come down? Because that's just how we are, But together, I feel like we're in sync where,
it's a strong dynamic.
Yeah. We keep each other we have a variety, of personalities, I guess.
Yeah.
And so we hope it's entertaining.
We really hope it's entertaining.
Informative.
Or informational.
Yeah. So we want to be able to cover everything across the board, but
exactly.
Be patient with us.
Yeah.
And
hopefully, give you some points as far as, maybe some things that hopefully could even better your life.
Yep.
Yep.
Or maybe,
you never know what we're going to see and what you're going to see with us.
Nope. And maybe it's your neighbor, your neighbor is whatever the case may had an experience with somewhere else, and you're like, hey, check out, just take a look at W-K. If they do, great. If they don't, okay. But we want you to be able to trust us, and I mean, we can say, if you look on YouTube, if you try to search of dealerships or anything of resourceful information for the customer, you don't find it. You'll find how to get over on your sleazy car salesman or how to save blah blah. Man,
yeah,
we're not all sleazy car salesmen. We are not, and I hope that you that WK is, we take pride in our reputation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there is no reason to look up how to win one over on your sleazy car salesman before you walk in. No.
Visual reviews and pointers and stuff, what to look for to know if you're at a dealership that maybe, maybe you may not want to deal with, but it's
part of it.
It is part of it.
We know that we're not going to capture everybody's business.
No.
We, of course, would love to.
Yeah, absolutely.
We know we're not going to. And that's okay. But you know what? We want to make sure that we help you make the most informative decision.
Exactly. Exactly. And
whether it's with us or not, but still.
And we would like to say we would love to have visit WK, regardless of what state you're in. But you know what? I mean, if you're in Idaho, you see this and you get information from it and it helps you on your next car purchase, that's what this is about.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that pretty much that covers what I wanted to say.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Like I said, it's just, it's going to be a crazy ride, and we're just getting started.
Yeah.
When I say it's only going to get better, we hope it's only going to get better.
It can only go up from here.
I know, right?
But I mean, again, we appreciate everybody who has supported us. It's crazy, just our friends that'll be like, oh, we watch your episode. Like, you don't know, I mean, because we're not trying to push it, on people, but it's pretty neat. It is. It's pretty cool. And I can't wait to see what, what the future holds. So,
yeah, exactly. So
sorry, Dustin was not here.
But even whenever we even originated this plan and stuff, we kind of drugged Dustin in anyway. He was kind of sitting at his desk. It's like, hey, listen, man, you're going to be part of us.
Yeah, because
I need you on the screen.
Yeah. Well,
you have a nice voice.
He does, and he has nice hair. So it was totally the hair. But no, we did when we talked about it. It was you and I who had the idea, and we're like, you know what? I think you were talking about how you and Dustin were sitting down on the retaining wall here after, I think it was the 100-year celebration or something.
Yeah.
And something had been mentioned, and
Dustin had mentioned that, we're sitting there leaning against the wall, and Dustin was drinking some coffee, which he always does anyway. Mm-hmm. And he was like, this is something I always want to do, once a month, have this a car cruise and get some guys together, just drink some coffee and just shoot the bull and things like that. And kind of, the gears started turning for me and things. So, so that's how
the burnouts came to me.
Yeah.
And it's exciting.
And as I said, we wanted to kind of sit down and talk to you guys and, not really introduce ourselves because you've seen some of us already beforehand, but, we have enough of a variety of content out there right now to kind of give you an idea of the direction we're wanting to go with things and stuff. And obviously, we have a lot more variety that we have planned coming up and stuff, but we figured now is a good time to kind of just tell you what we're about and what we want to do, and hope you guys stay with us. And like Christina said, thank you so much for everything you guys have done so far and the support and love you've shown us. I mean, it means a lot, really means a lot. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, thank you again. And, just stay with us, stay on the ride, but we will cruise on by, pick you up next week. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
This has been a W-K Burnouts production.